Hello my friends, and welcome to my kitchen. It is Tuesday. I got the date right tonight. So it's Tuesday, February the 21st. If you're on, say hi. If you're watching this on the replay, hashtag replay. I came home from work, not sure what to make tonight, but I knew I had some ground beef in the fridge, and I wanted to do something with that. So I pulled out our Donair seasoning, and I figured maybe we'd make some Donair stuffed burgers tonight. So we're going to utilize one of our summer products, our burger press. Full disclosure, I am streaming this to my VIP page as well as to my YouTube channel. And full disclosure, I had 2 pounds of ground beef here, and now I have one. I've already made up my burgers and cooked them so that you'll get to see them already cooked. Hi, Carol. All right, so in the bowl, I have a pound of lean ground beef, and I just threw in there because our Donair burgers, our recipe online calls for 2 pounds of lean ground beef with a package of Donair seasoning, two eggs, and a 1/4 cup of water, I think it is. So I've just broken it into half. So we're going to utilize 1 pound of ground beef. We're going to utilize 1 egg, and I'm not going to add water because I'm going to freeze these burgers. So yeah, I'm going to freeze these ones because I've already cooked 2, one for tonight, one for tomorrow night, and yeah. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so I got my seasoning in there with my Donair seasoning. I'm going to crack in 1 egg. And I am using my hand because it's a little bit easier, if I'm honest, to get into that ground beef and get the seasoning mixed in there. It's a little messy, and I could use a fork, but I don't want to over mix the meat. I don't want to make it too tough. With the Donair seasoning, if you're actually making Donairs, you don't need to add anything but water and the seasoning package to the meat. Then you're really going to mix it well. You're going to pretty much, and please forgive my terminology, but you're going to knead that meat really well to get that seasoning incorporated and to get it to the point where there's because it becomes like a solid brick. Okay, so you really want to knead it well. Throw it around on the table a couple of times, beat it up, and you're good to go. All right, so our seasoning is all incorporated there. I'm going to give my hands a quick rinse here, guys, just so I can get the raw meat off my hands. All right. A little bit of soap helps get it's under my fingernails, so you know. All right. So now we are going to utilize our burger press, and there's a couple different ways this burger press works. Now, I don't have the slider piece with me tonight, only because for some reason I've misplaced my disc for my slider. It's somewhere in my kitchen. I know it is. I saw it this week. I just have to find it. So we're not going to make sliders tonight, but we are going to make a burger. So I'm using my ice cream scoop to grab out some meat, and we're going to make about a 1/4 pound burger, I think, here. So we've used our ice cream scoop. We're just going to use our plunger with the piece on it. So this comes with a disc that fits on the plunger to make it a solid burger. If you want to make it stuffed burgers, you're going to utilize this piece. So you're going to take off the cup and you're going to utilize this smaller piece. And I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. All right, so I'm gonna get this burger pressed down. Then we're gonna pull it out so it makes an even burger. I have a piece of parchment or a piece of wax paper here, and I'm just going to pull off the plunger, and I'm just going to pull off the disc. And there you go. There we have a, probably I would say it's a little less than a 1/4 pound burger, but it's pretty close to a 1/4 pound burger. Okay, so we're gonna pop our disc back in there. We're gonna grab some more meat. I'm gonna show you a stuffed burger now. So we're gonna pop the meat in there. Like I said, we're gonna remove that outer shell. Now it's all gross from the meat, so let me grab a piece of paper towel because I can't get a good grip on it. All right. So we're gonna remove that outer piece, and we're going to take our plunger now that is smaller on the inside, and we're gonna press that meat down. Now what that's doing is it's creating a well inside your meat. And it might be a good idea to spray it with a little bit of Pam or some kind of oil, just so that it actually comes off a little bit easier. So I'm just gonna grab my oil there and see if that doesn't help a bit. All right. Let's see. I know I have some coconut oil. Let's see if this helps a bit. So I'm just gonna give it a squirt. Rub it in a bit. And we're just gonna press that meat down. And we just want it so that it has a nice little well there. So you see that? Bring it over and show it. So it has a nice little well inside the meat. Okay? Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take just some regular cheese. So I have some shredded cheese here, and fill that well. Not too much because you don't want to overstuff it. But we're going to put we could use brick cheese. We could cut a couple of slices of brick cheese and just put it on top there. Then we're going to take a little bit more meat and put it right on top of your cheese. We're going to take this outer casing now, flip it back on top onto our plunger, and we're going to press that down. So what you get now is a stuffed burger, and your cheese should be completely covered. Now if it isn't, I highly recommend taking a little bit more meat, putting it on top, and trying again. Because you want that cheese completely covered in there. You want it to be a stuffed burger. So let's get that flattened. There we go. And I'm just making a mess. So we're just gonna flip that out. So the bottom disc pops it out. And then we're just going to flip it onto our burger. That's a good size patty, guys. So that's probably definitely over a 1/4 pound of meat. Probably a 1/3 pound of meat. All right, let's grab another one and let's make another stuffed burger. Just so I could show you again how that works. So again, we're gonna take the outer casing off, and it's just a twist and it will come off. We're gonna press that meat down to get a nice little well in there. Now you could put anything in there. You could put cheese and bacon, you could put anything. You could put some brie cheese, you could, yeah, the sky's the limit here, guys. You could just put bacon in there. You make your own stuffed burgers with whatever you like. So we'll get that cheese in there. We're gonna get some of this ground beef on top. I'm just going to smush it around a bit just so that I can somewhat not see the cheese. And then I'm going to take our plunger. We're going to put the cap back on it. Now, I tell you this because it's me and I have done it in the past, but don't forget to take this off when you go to wash it, because otherwise you will have a gross mess in there. All right, so there's our stuffed burger and the cheese is covered. We're going to pop the disc out from the bottom, pushing it up. Out that comes. Flip it on top here. Remove the disc, and there you go. We have another stuffed burger. So there is. We have 3 burgers in total. I have a little bit of meat left here that I'm just going to press into a small burger. Just do that one last one. And with that, I'm going to use the leftovers from the ones I made earlier. Then we're going to get them into this Tupperware because, like I said, I already cooked the ones that we're serving tonight for dinner. I could pop these into the air fryer and cook them off and freeze them cooked. But I'm just going to freeze them from raw. So they'll be good to go on to your barbecue or anything like that. All right, so again, just pop out the bottom, flip the disc onto your wax paper, or if you have the Tupperware burger keepers, so it's little plastic containers that, little Tupperware containers that actually hold your burgers and separate them. That's fantastic. Whatever way you're doing it, it's awesome. Okay, so we're just going to stuff these burgers. We're going to put these burgers into my Tupperware container here. Now I have 2 stuffed burgers and 2 unstuffed burgers. And do you think I'll remember that? Probably not. So that's okay. They are Donair seasoned burgers in my Tupperware container. And I'm just going to pop my lid on there. And I hear the laughter already. Some people saying, oh, she's under that cabinet in those containers trying to find her Tupperware lids. I found it. All right, so that's on there and it's ready to go into the freezer. So dinner tonight is, we're gonna have one of my favorites. It's a Big Mac salad. So I just have salad that was left over from, I think it was Saturday night we made the salad. So I have leftover salad. I just threw some cheese on top of it and some dill pickles. There's some carrots in there. There's some, there it is. There's some carrots in there. There's some dill pickles, some red peppers, some red onions. I'm going to use our kick dip that we made into a dressing as our dressing. And I'm going to get out of the stove. Here are the burgers that I made earlier. I air fried them off. And then I just threw them in the oven to keep them warm until I came on live with you guys. So these are my stuffed burgers. Turn off the oven. So these are my stuffed burgers. Like I said, I just put them on a parchment liner into the air fryer. I cooked them off for about 20-22 minutes. And let me tell you, they look delicious. They smell amazing. And they didn't really shrink down too much. They are stuffed burgers. So let's see. So I'm just gonna give this a shake. I'm gonna put some dressing on my salad first. Then we're gonna grab a burger and put it on top of our salad, and there's dinner. So, Donair stuffed burgers, stuffed cheeseburgers with salad and some kick dip dressing, and dinner is ready. As well, I also have 4 burgers ready to go into the freezer for another night down the road. So that's our Donair seasoning. I love our Donair seasoning with our burgers. It is delicious. You just can't, you cannot beat it. Okay, last thing I wanted to do before I let you go, I want to grab out of the fridge. Last night we made our chocolate mud pie, and I just want to plate that up for dessert tonight so that I can show you what it actually, how it actually finished. Like I said, we made this last night, and of course it takes an hour to set, so I didn't get to serve it up last night. And so tonight we're going to serve up our chocolate mud pie. All right, so I have I have one here somewhere. Of course I can't find it. All right. Let's grab a knife and a plate. And let's plate up our chocolate mud pie. All right. So, our chocolate mud pie. Let's see how we do here. Okay. So we're going to take a knife. This is what our chocolate mud pie come out looking like. It looks amazing. So I'm just going to take a knife and slice our pie. Into 8. Okay, so there's our pie cut. Let me see if I have my, I have a flipper, a small, to. I know I have one. All right, let's see if we can get this out with this little guy. I'm making too much of a mess. Oh, there we go. All right, so there's our chocolate mud pie from last night. It is set, solid. Now, again, last night we made this with, so we used a can of coconut milk, and we used about 1.5 cups of Cool Whip. So put the coconut milk into the pot, put the package into the pot, brought it to a boil, took it off the heat, and then added our Cool Whip. And there you have our chocolate mud pie for dessert tonight. So that's it. It was a quick and delicious dinner. I'm going to actually try my mud pie first because, that's just, let's always eat dessert first. And it's delicious. delicious, not too sweet, very chocolatey. Absolutely delicious. All right, guys, thank you for joining me tonight. I hope you got something out of this. If you're interested in any of the products that I've showcased tonight, let me know. Shoot me a message. We can talk about them. And yeah, so I won't be on tomorrow night. I'm going to look at apartments. I will be back on Thursday, hopefully with some good news. And so I hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow, and I will see you on Thursday. Bye for now.